set up the Google Ads account. That's our agenda for today, and next class will be on Friday, uh, and that's when we will discuss how to set up the account properly, including connecting your Google Analytics and Google Ads, and also set up the tracking with Google Tag Manager and setting your goals, because that's also part of the account setup. If you need to have proper results, then you need to do proper goal setting also. So goal setting and events that we will cover on Friday. Today I'll quickly walk you through how to create a Google Ads account. So if you're coming here for the first time, let's start with the 100% practical one. So if you're coming here for the first time, first thing you need to do is search for Google Ads, and this is where you will land. So there will be one sponsored result. Basically sponsored results are the Google Ads. So typically this is where you see Google's placement. Google has all there are 5 or 6 placements, so I'll quickly walk you through all the placements. So Google search result is one placement. They have ads on YouTube, then there's a display ad. You also have something called Google Discover in mobile, so that is also part of Google's placement. You can also see ad inside your Gmail inbox. Let's quickly see what are Google ad placements. There should be a help article like that, Google Ads placements. Yeah, so all the placements that Google has, they are in this help article somewhere. So there are 6 placements that we are talking about. One is your email inbox, that you see inside your email inbox. Second is Google has something called Google Discover. Then you have YouTube, then Google search result, shopping, and also third party websites, which is the partner website of Google. So these are 5-6 placements that Google has, and we will cover all the placements. We'll start with the search campaign, and then we'll go through other campaign types also. So let's immediately get into the process of setting up a Google ad account first, and I'll also show you how you can claim up to 60,000 of credits. So Google offers something called ad credits. So if you're starting a new campaign for yourself or for any of your clients, you can also get a Google's credit. So Google offers up to 60,000 credits, and you can choose the option. So I'll quickly explain what it means. So there are 3 offers here. Offer 1 is you start by choosing this offer, and mind you, do not try setting up multiple accounts to claim this offer. This is supposed to be a one-time offer for one domain. So if you're starting a fresh domain, fresh business, even if it is like you already claimed an offer but it is completely new, then you can claim it. But if it is like every time you are just changing the email ID, creating new account, that comes under policy of circumvention and you can be forever blocked. So do not try to do that. Do not try any jugaad. But if you're coming here for the first time, this offer is really good in getting you started. So how it works? So there are some terms and conditions which you should know. If you claim the offer A, which is 20,000 ad spend, what happens is you are supposed to spend 20,000 in first 60 days. So let's say you start your campaign on 15th of December. So 15th January and 15th February, you'll have to spend at least 20,000 rupees in order to get the 20,000 worth of credit for next 30 days. So this is the rule. So for first 60 days, you have to spend 20,000, and in next 30 days, Google will give you a credit worth 20,000 that you can utilize for next month's or ad. So that utilization has to happen within next 1 month. So that's the rule. If you claim 40,000 worth of credit, then you are expected to spend 60,000 in 60 days. So at least your budget should be 1,000 per day if you want to claim 40,000 worth of credit. So that's minimum. You need to have that in mind. If you are not spending that much amount, then you will not become eligible for credit. What will happen in that case is, let's say you end up spending 30,000, so you will get some credit but not 100%. You will only get 20,000 worth of credit. So in this case you get 20,000 even if you are spending 20,000. In this case, if you claim this offer of 60,000 but you're only spending 30,000, then you'll get 50% credit, so which is 20,000 rupees. So be careful when you're choosing the option and plan your spend accordingly. Third option is you get 60,000 worth of credit, but you'll have to spend 1,20,000 in next 60 days, which means the budget per day should be minimum 2,000 rupees. That's the minimum your expectation should be from day one. And same rule applies. You have to spend this amount in 60 days, and the Google credit that you receive has to be utilized in 30 days. So if you set up this on 15th of December, then by 15th of Feb, you will have to spend at least 1,20,000 rupees, and you get a credit of 60,000 rupees after you have spent 1,20,000. If you end up spending, let's say 60,000 only, then you get 30,000 worth of ad credit. So whatever percentage of this amount you have spent, your ad credit will also be delivered in a similar percentage value, right? So whichever you are signing up, if your client is expected to spend, let's say 20,000 only, they are just trying, then do not sign for this offer, because in this offer, if you just spend 20,000, your ad credit will only be 1/3 of this amount, which is around 13 or 14,000 maximum. So you will end up losing if you only spend 20,000 in this offer. So choose your offer wisely to maximize your return here. But it's a very good offer. You can take any of offer now if you want. If you have already used it for, let's say, multiple accounts and you don't want to claim any offer, then you can click here to start now. So here Google takes you through something called an onboarding process. So there is an expert account, and then there is also something called an onboarding process of new account. So Google expects you that you don't really know about setting up the business account and you don't really have any prior experience of setting a Google ad account. So they take you through an onboarding process, and it's kind of necessary for you to quickly follow it. You don't have to create the entire process, but at least give a website name. So I'll give launch with AI.in so that it can take some basic information about my business. Then I'll click on next. So if you don't want to follow the onboarding process, you just want to go into the account and create the expert from day one, then you don't have to create the ads right here. So during the onboarding process, Google expects you to create the entire flow. But in case you don't want to do that, like adding a YouTube channel, mobile app, Google business profile, phone number, then you can skip this process now. So this is the only option you have. And these are the goals which we will discuss on Friday. What are the different type of goals that you should create and why these are important for your business and the trackability of your Google ad account. So right now I'm skipping these options just to reach the final stage. But this is mandatory. You cannot skip this part. You'll have to add, and this is very, very critical. So one thing you need to understand, this currency is based on your local country or IP setting. If you're running ad for a different client in a different geography, then you should change the time zone, country and other options accordingly. And this is something that you can only configure once. So if you miss this part in the first step while creating the account, you cannot change the currency later. You cannot change the time zone later on. Only option that you'll have is you have to create a fresh account. So be careful while choosing this. If you're running ad in India, then India time zone is the right option. And INR is the currency that you should go with. But let's say if you're running a account of an Australian customer and they are asking you to set up the account, then first choose the country, then choose the time zone and currency. So some country like US will have multiple time zones within the same country. So in that case, you'll have to be very careful which time zone. So get this information from the client before you create the end-to-end account, because these two information you can only add once. So be careful with that while you're choosing the right structure. Okay. Next, do you need personalized guidance? If you say yes here, then you will be taken through the Google's onboarding process. They'll give you a call maybe day after tomorrow. If you need that call, then you can choose this option. If you don't need that call, then you don't need to choose the option. I already have a payment account configured with my business setting. They have taken based on my email ID. So you need at least one email ID. So my email ID is on Google Workspace. That's why that it has already taken the information. But if this information is not there, then you simply need to create a payment profile. So let me also, and the offer code. Remember the offer that we were supposed to select in the first section while we were trying to configure the account. You will get a promotional code from Google. So immediately after you have chosen an option, you'll get the email on the same email ID and you're expected to add the offer code here. Even if you miss it right now, you can add it later also. But your offer period will start only after you have added the promotional code here. If you have missed it, let's say for 10 days you don't have an offer code, whatever spend you have done in those 10 days will not be counted. So be very careful. The moment you start spending, you should have the offer code added in advance. Okay. Now payment profile, let me quickly walk you through how to create a payment profile. I already have a payment profile, but I'll walk you through the process. So organization, if you want to do it for a company, then choose the option of organization. If you want to do it for yourself, then you can choose the individual option also. Let's take the organization example. Here it should be your company name. So this is the company that I work for. So I'll add the information of this company. You can add your what is your legal name, address of your company, and also all the other information that it is asking for. You'll have to add that, then click on create. Next, you are asked to add a payment method. So if you have a payment method like credit card, net banking and bank transfer. So these are the three options. So you can add a credit or debit card. You can pay with net banking, or you can do a bank transfer on Google's account. So this is prepay model, post pay model, which means once you have spent the ad, only then you will have to pay. Okay. This is clear, right? So this was, some people say that I'll add my card inside Google, so I'll pay Google directly, but you will get your retainer fee separately. So that's different ways of managing the ad account. So we are all done with the setup. This is the ad account. We are inside the ad account now, and all you have to do is I'll quickly walk you through different screen here. So this is where you create your campaign. So campaign, conversion actions and assets are here. I'll take you through the conversion actions on the next class. This is where you create your campaign. So I'll quickly show you how to create the campaign. We'll walk you through the detail next week. These are the different campaign goals that you'll have to choose, and then like click on sales. Next is, these are different kind of campaigns or placement I was talking about. So here if you see Google has Google search, YouTube display and more, or all of that is here right now. Now this is the process of selecting your campaign, creating your campaign. Then you have goals. So in the goals there is something called conversion settings. This is something which we will configure in next class. Measurements is what kind of attribution process it has. We'll talk about that as well. And here you set up your different goals. you can create new conversion actions. I'll walk you through step by step process for this. Then you have so these are different bulk action options, budget and bidding, business data. Shared libraries are basically audience manager. Then you'll have something called brand list, location manager. We'll walk you through that one day. Definitely we'll cover all of this. There are negative keyword manager. All of that is inside the exclusion list, is that only inside this. We'll walk you through that as well. Billing is basically which we have set up already. If you want to add new billing account, or if you want to add another billing information, you can add it here. Then there is something called access and security. If you want to give access to multiple people, let's say you are a brand and you are setting your ad account, and now you want to give access to somebody else as well, maybe someone who is a freelancer managing your account, or if you are taking access from your client, this is where you need to go. Click on access and security, and you just add your email ID. If it is just temporary access for audit, then you can choose a date. So you can say the access should be only be available till December 11th. If the access should be forever, it should never expire, then choose the option never expire. So it will be forever access. It will only be removed when you remove it. But if you are giving somebody temporary access just for auditing the account, then you should definitely choose the option of giving it only 1 or 2 days, 5 days access. Okay. Now what they can do in the account, can they admin your account? Can they edit your campaign? Can they view and edit the billing information? Can they edit the billing information? Can they view reports? Can they manage other users? Can they add email other users and product links? So admin has full access. Standard access is they will be able to edit the campaign. So if you're giving access to a third party, you should give a standard access. In the standard access, they will not be able to edit other users, so they will not be able to remove you from the access. Okay, so admin access should only be the account owner's access, or an agency that has signed an NDA with you. Okay, if it is new account that people are just created, then you should give access to only the standard access, which means you should not give the full admin control to any third party. Okay, this is how the access process works. Then account settings, if you want to change any settings, you can change it from here. Account status, it says active, and this information you need to submit. This is important for some data protection rules, especially if you're running ad, otherwise it will start keep showing this warning here. Time zone, if you want to edit, you will not be able to edit. You will have to only create a new ad account. I told you already, right? You'll not be able to edit the time zone once the account has been created. Tracking, we have not set up the tracking template yet. We'll set up the tracking template during the search campaign. And negative keyword, we don't have any negative keyword list. This is a new account. You'll be able to create the negative keyword list here. I'll show you how to create that. So this is the account settings tab. So we have quickly given you a walkthrough, and this is where all your campaign and dashboard will be visible. We'll walk you through the campaign setup process. So every campaign has 3 layers. You will have campaign level, then you have ad group level, and then the ad level. So we'll talk about all 3 and when we set up the different kind of campaign. So agenda of this masterclass is we'll cover the entire search campaign. We'll also cover performance max. Let me quickly show you what kind of ads we will create. So we'll cover all this. We'll cover search, we'll cover performance max, demand generation, video, and shopping. So these are the 5 campaigns that we will cover. Then there is also one more campaign type. It's called remarketing. We'll cover that also, how remarketing works with search and performance max. All of that we will cover in the future classes. Okay, so this is all for today's class. And if you have not set up the ad account so far, then go ahead and create an ad account for yourself. This is I'll walk you through the entire process. This is a new ad account that we have set up for the launch with AI community, and I'll walk you through the entire process of setting up the campaign and also building the ads for this particular business. So we'll walk you through the end-to-end process. You should also create an ad account and start working with your ads right away, so that you get a practical understanding of how to set these things up in your ad account. Okay, so do make sure you collect this, and thank you so much. See you in the next class tomorrow.